Hey, take two, episode 31. We back. Steven has the fresh cut.
Titletown Sports is back, and we looking better than ever with the
Oh,
fresh
hell
cut.
no.
You know,
Hey, hey,
that
hey.
will get faded up.
Hey. You
Oh
got
my,
that Randy Moss fade.
oh my God.
Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Hey, hey, show the other side. Show the other side.
Bro, what?
you
Hey,
both.
hey.
Bro, it's gonna look both. It should look the same on both sides. I would hope.
Little bedhead, little bedhead.
Yeah.
Damn. Turn off the
All
pod.
right,
Oh, okay.
starting hot, starting hot. No, all right, yeah. So this is gonna be the second episode on YouTube. So check that out. It's Titletown Sports on YouTube. You get the audio and the video. So you see that Dusty Steven cut. Nah, I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
He's not letting it.
No. I'm trolling. All right. Yeah. So we're recording this Tuesday night. So Imanaga just signed with the Cubs. The years aren't set yet because this off season nothing is set with reporting. So it's like being determined whether it's like 3 or 4 years or something. But we know that AAV it's 15 million. So and obviously signed with the Cubs. So just kind of I guess gut reactions. What do you guys think of this?
I mean, I wasn't like always like so high on Imanaga. I mean, obviously, wait, what? You said the years wasn't set. Is there like a set AAV yet or not?
It's 15 million.
Yeah, he had that. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be like a rather long contract. I'm assuming like around 5 years, but even at that, like, there's not that many pitching. Oh my God, not that many pitching options left at this point. Um, like I think if anything, just the Red Sox have to. It's more urgent now for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I mean like if Imanaga was like the move of the offseason, that's kind of shooting low. Um because I mean he's 30. He he had like a 3.18 in Japan, gives up a ton of home runs. I do like how he doesn't throw very hard, but he still gets a lot of whiffs. I think he led the NPB and K percentage. But he didn't even get that big of a contract with a lot of teams going for him. So maybe there's like some concern with how good he is there. But I mean, like realistically, I don't see how Imanaga is like the best choice in any direction for the Red Sox. Obviously, it would be nice to get another body in the rotation, but like it's not. They're not getting like a young guy. He's like 30. They're not getting a crazy high upside guy. He profiles as like a 3 or 4. Um, they're not. It's not. Yeah, he's not like a prospect or anything, or like a. I guess he'd have control, but like realistically, if they're playing the short game, you're going out and you're getting like Snell or like Montgomery or any of these guys, or even the long game because you'd have Montgomery or a cost controlled guy for like a pretty decent amount of time. I just feel like maybe getting Imanaga now would probably please people because they haven't done too much to the rotation outside of Giolito and trading Sale. So I think it would soothe some of our like short term wishes, I guess. But like there's I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot better options for down the road and like friendly, you know?
Hmm. I actually found it very interesting that he went for as low as he did. I thought he was gonna go, you know, closer to the $20 million range, especially when Lucas Giolito, got as much as he did. I think it was like I think it's like a $19 million AEV,
Yeah.
AAV. So I mean, like, it's very interesting to see, that Naga got 4 mil less, and he would have been higher in our rotation than Giolito. So I think that could definitely that was a little bit surprising for me. I thought he was gonna be paid higher, and I mean, I classify him as a better pitcher than Giolito. So in that sense, I think it's just another sort of missed opportunity because we're starting to see the pitching market dwindle and dwindle. And I actually saw on Twitter today that um, Ken Rosenthal said that the Red Sox and Jordan Montgomery were, less and less looking like a fit. So, I mean, if he's off the table now, things are really looking, slim for Red Sox this season.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It honestly, we really have like no. I think that the Giolito point's really interesting because Giolito's stock was probably about like as low as anyone who was going to get a multi-year deal just coming off 2 years in which he struggled. And they both have kind of the same problem. They get a lot of strikeouts, but they give up a butt ton of home runs. So if Imanaga is not heralded, but look, seems like he's going to be a pretty good coming from Japan, but gets $4 million less per year than Giolito with what maybe 1 to 2 years more on this contract than Giolito. That is a really interesting point that you brought up. That yeah, maybe there's some underlying things that teams were worried about with him, but like I think bigger picture, like it's really hard to tell what is what the Red Sox are doing right now. Like they could be locking down deal right now, and we just have no clue because it's just so airtight right now in this market. But like, dude, it's just like it's in a standstill because Boris and Snell and Montgomery, like, they're probably just waiting to see the money roll in. Like, I don't know. And I mean, I don't know. Breslow did say that like they should be ready to spend money, but he also did speak to the player development within the team. So like, do you see them just going out and making a trade instead of signing like any of these guys?
Well, one thing right now our rotation's what we have. Maybe Bayo, Giolito, Pivetta, Crawford, and one of Whitlock or Houck, right? Am I missing someone?
Giolito, Bayo, Pivetta, Crawford, and then like there's just kind of like a missing spot.
I mean, yeah, I would say it's Houck right now, right? He was a starter.
Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, like ideally they'd put him in the bullpen, but yeah, like I guess right now he's penciled in.
No, well, the reason I bring that up is, do you think that like Red Sox management, they look at that and they're like, that's fine. Like all 5 of those guys have shown us something. We're cool with running it with this current rotation.
I don't think so. I just think like I don't think they want that to be like the rotation, but I think they do think of those guys very highly. Like I definitely think that they think they need like a frontline arm for the rotation, but like I wholeheartedly agree with them saying that they can get a lot more out of the guys they have. Like we all know that Whitlock and Houck can just be filthy when they're on, and they already like. I like how people are pointing out like the biggest additions that the team has made this offseason are improving the pitching development with Bailey and Breslow, and it's kind of hard to accept that as your biggest move so far because you're not making like a mock rotation with any of those guys in it. But like I think you're gonna see better stuff out of Whitlock. You're gonna see him get back to presumably being like a dominant reliever, Houck being a dominant reliever, and those guys can go like multiple innings. You're gonna see them. I'm really excited for them to get more out of Crawford because I think he has done the best in a starting role. He can go like probably max like 6 innings, but he can give you a lot out of there. So like, while I do think that they like some of the guys I have like Pivetta, Bayo, Whitlock. They like all those guys. I don't think it's deterring them from going after it. I'd say one front of the rotation guy.
I saw a report that's where we weren't interested in, like we weren't even close to. You said Montgomery, but also I saw something similar about Snell. Like it wasn't really going to happen. So my question is like, that why they really leave us with at all.
Honestly, I think that um at this point they're probably just gonna have to punt on the 2024 season and develop a lot of younger guys. They might bring in another veteran sort of loner pitcher to supplement the rotation because I don't know necessarily that they want to put Houck in a starting role. He seems to fare much better out of the bullpen, especially when he's basically a two-pitch pitcher. Um, but I think that, you know, opportunities are starting to dwindle and go downhill. It's seeming less and less likely that we're going to get this front end of the rotation piece that we've been looking for. And at this point, I mean, you could trade for someone and try to force it. But even if we get a top of the line, starter, it's not like we're going to be World Series contenders this year. I still feel that we're a piece or two away, even if we got that deal done. So I'd say at the moment it looks like a punt and more another sort of in between year development year. And then I think next year, we'll see Bayo break out into a top two starter. We'll see Casas, who's, mashing. Devers will still be there. Story will still be there. I mean, we'll still have Massa there. Hopefully, Duran will still be there, but and we'll have our call-ups as well. So I think that really the only move left would be to bring in a loner, or I mean, trade for a young guy. But I still don't think a young guy is going to be enough to push this team to the pennant race.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, they make enough additions that who knows, they get hot, they can get into a wild card spot because really that's kind of all you need. If you're kind of built for the playoffs, but you obviously want to shoot for higher, especially in this division. I don't know. I just think I don't know. I think a lot of what maybe is taking them a decent bit is that they kind of are just like Breslow said, they're exploring all avenues. Maybe earlier in the off season, they were shooting really high. There was the report that they got shot down for Kirby and Gilbert, and while those guys aren't in the same tier, I guess the Mariners just don't want to deal either of them. And now, and then maybe they pivoted to free agency. The early guys were off the board. They went after Imanaga a lot. Then they kind of just dipped out. But now, I don't know. I don't think if they got say they sign Montgomery and then just don't do anything more. I don't think it's really a punt year. I think it's a scaffold year because a punt year would that just be they're not going full throttle?
I'd just say that's another in between year. I wouldn't necessarily think of it as a tanking year. I would think of it more as somewhat similar to what we did this year. We're still competing for fourth or third place, but we're not. We're trying we're basically trying to catch another flash in the pan 2021 run. I think that's the ceiling of this team right now is basically what the 2021 team was.
Yeah. I'd say just say they get Montgomery. I'd say they're already definitely going more going for it more than they did last year. Because they already improved the infrastructure. They Brian Giolito, hopefully he gets back to being a guy. They got they're bringing these controllable guys. I don't think it's I'd say maybe it'll be a building year. Punt year is just kind of I feel 2022 might have been a punt year, but this year might just be more of a building year. But also I don't know, there's a lot of off season left. I know the Marlins, there's a report they might be getting cold feet on Train Luzardo, but if they if they just say like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, there's so many guys they can get right now.
I mean, yeah, I think time will tell. I really don't know what else to say at this point. I think we just gotta wait and see what happens. Obviously, as Red Sox fans, we can't expect too much at this point. But yeah,
No, and I mean, like, honestly, like, I hate not playing the middle ground at this point because I don't like. It's hard to. I don't like people saying the offseason's a failure when like their two of the main targets going into the offseason on the free agency market are still out there. And like none of like the big pitchers have been traded. And like I really just think like we really just have like no clue. Like all of the moves they made just signal that we don't know what they're gonna do. Like they could just trade for someone tomorrow and we'd have no clue. Like it's kind of hard to talk big picture about how the off season's going when we don't know what anything is happening until it happens, you know?
that's fair.
Yeah. I think it's just rumors right now. I mean, it's just like
All the reports we've had,
waiting.
all the reports we've had like go against us trading for these guys or signing these guys. They're all like, we're not interested in this guy, or like these two teams were never close on a deal, or something like that.
But also, like, there wasn't like any report, like, or I guess just to go against that, like, there wasn't any report that they were going to trade, that they were like going to that they're like going to trade Chris Sale, or like there probably was like rumblings or rumors or anything, but like there wasn't anything that was like teams are reaching out and the Red Sox are like shopping him around, you know, it just like came out of nowhere.
I'm saying that it would be better if I heard nothing. The fact that we're hearing stuff against what we want is it. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're hearing news about the guys we want, and they're all bad news. Like I get it. Like, if there's nothing, like then there's still a chance. But the fact that like these big guys are saying we're not close for Snell, we're not close for Montgomery, and now the cold feet about Luzardo. There's like that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's um sort of like we're like thinking one way and the MLB is just going in the complete opposite direction of what we're thinking because we're like saying if the Red Sox can get Montgomery and Snell and Luzardo and whoever, you know, they're gonna be a contender. But then you got guys like Rosenthal over here that are literally contradicting every point that we put out on the podcast.
Yeah, no, bro, like literally like dude, because like has there been like a big free agent that like one of the major guys have said like the Red Sox like aren't interested anymore, which like yeah, like yeah, no, I feel like they're just like you won't get Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell.
Yeah. It's looking bleak.
But like how's it, I don't get how that works. Like why would I don't think the team's just like, nah, fuck Jordan Montgomery and his 200 innings and his mid-3 ERA. Screw Blake Snell, Cy Young.
Again, that goes back to my point. I think, again, John Henry, he has multiple teams, right, that he cares about. And, like, again, that's why do you think there's a chance that he's content with the starting rotation we have and wants to give it one more shot? Because it's a logical thing that we don't want Jordan Montgomery, which is what the reports are saying.
I mean, like, it is called, like, Fenway Sports Group. It's not called Liverpool Sports Group. And I don't know, obviously, I don't know what's like going on in there, but, like, there's no way, like, they care more about the Penguins than the Red Sox.
I mean,
Wow.
I hope not. Oh, wait,
let's take a look.
Let's go to NHL standings real quick.
No, like when do you hear about like Penguins talk?
Well, I don't follow
like Fenway Sports.
I mean, that Penguins still have Crosby, right? Still has Sidney Crosby, right? It's one of the most marketable players.
Penguins are like mid.
Yeah, see,
they have the most marketable player in the league.
That's
Probably not anymore, right?
bro. Connor Bedard, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
probably like Bedard. Like I don't know
Not
hockey,
really.
bro. Probably the only guys I know in the NHL.
yeah, bro,
too.
Bedard's like 18.
No, but no, Sidney Crosby is much more marketable than Bedard. What do you? Because if you think about it, you can play. No, you can play up. You can play up like the side of, oh, he's retiring. You need to see him before he retires.
Oh,
Like
exactly.
like you, bro. Think of how much publicity the Penguins are gonna get the year that Sidney Crosby retires.
It's the NHL, bro. They don't get publicity anyways. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Nah, but
Hey,
like
we are an
We talk-
NFL, NBA, and MLB podcast. Coincidence?
Like- no, but like I don't think there's any way that like they're not interested in Montgomery because they want to spend money on the Penguins. Like they've been owning both these teams for like so long, and they've spent money before. I don't know. I just think it's like a weird time. But I don't know. Like, oh, there's like good news that because Marcel Myers going into like the rookie program fully this winter, like fully healthy. So I guess that's good for him. The shoulder injury seems to be all cleared up.
He's still in AA right now, right?
Yeah, he missed time with a shoulder injury, and then he like played through it, so that's why his AA numbers don't look great. But like, he's gonna be fine.
Yep. I mean, this is a huge season for him. Like, I think there's a chance, like, if everything goes right, he gets called up in September this year, I think, right? Small chance.
Yeah, I think if the big three all play well, I think they all could get called up. And that's the thing. Like, at worst, it's like this year they're a little bit better than they were last year, and then you get like three insane prospects all coming up, and it's like actually the full wave. Like, obviously, I'd love for them to like go all in this year, and then you have these three guys come up on top. But like, just trying to guess the way they're thinking, they might say, let's supplement the roster some this year, and then like, yeah, we have these three guys coming up.
Yep.
Yankees better watch out coming for the fourth slot.
Dude, I mean, like, honestly, like the AL East is like super hard, but it's not like what nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be, like, for the foreseeable future.
Tampa Bay's coming in last. You heard first.
Dude, like Tampa Bay's missing their best hitter and their best pitcher this year.
Oh, he's a hitter.
The Orioles owner said they aren't gonna be able to re-sign all those guys. And they already don't spend money to begin with. Like, I don't know, Yankees, like they'll always be in it for like big players, but like, I don't know, they ended up around the same as us last year. And then like the Blue Jays just have like all sorts of problems right now.
We should do like a standings prediction in a few podcasts from now of like the whole MLB that we get.
Yeah, once like more guys sign, and we kind of get like a better feel.
Yep.
Yeah, but I guess just moving on. Patriots snagged the third pick. All I'm saying, Drake May.
It's not happening, bro. We're gonna have to trade up for it. To be real. They're taking quarterback. There's no way they go to Fields, I think.
No, dude, hear me out. So Chicago's the first pick. Like, I think that Chicago should take a quarterback because I'm just not like a big Justin Fields guy. But like, they're 8-9, right?
7-10, but what doesn't matter?
Yeah, like I don't think he was bad enough for them to say like, okay, let's scrap it and draft a QB. I think they like him enough. They're gonna take Marvin Harrison first, and then Caleb Williams goes second to the Commanders, and then Patriots get Drake May.
First of all, if they want Marvin Harrison, they're gonna trade down. They're not gonna take him at 1. There's no reason to take him at 1 when he's gonna be there for you at 3 or 4, actually, in our case.
Who do you think would be the?
Well, so let's say they trade up. Well, if anything, they'll trade up with like us, right? Let's say they trade up with us, they'll go down to 3, and they'll probably get 2 first-round picks on top of that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm saying, but no, I just don't see not the 2 quarterbacks who are 1-2. I think Harrison definitely goes 3. Just because you have to draft based on value for the first few picks. You can't draft on fit. I think at the first overall pick at least.
Yeah, no, like I think they should take like Williams. I just think they'll like look at it like he was fine enough. Let's try and get him like more weapons.
Yeah, but again, if they want to do that, they'll trade down for Harrison Jr. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, because the Patriots will hear that Caleb Williams is on the table and will jump at the offering, or basically any other team.
I think we should. I think you have to get one. I don't see why you those 2 guys. I think it's pretty simple. Unless they want to go get Jaden Daniels at 3, which I would hate. I hope they just go get one of the top 2 guys.
Yeah, that's kind of a waste, to be honest.
Just go get you just go get one of the top 2 guys. You're close enough to
Exactly.
want
Yeah.
them to
Like if Chicago's willing to deal that, it's no reason to not.
A first and a starting player plus the number 3 overall pick should probably do it. Right for one.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have to give up because the Panthers they traded for the first pick from the 9th pick last year.
Yeah, but they also gave up like an extra first, an extra second, and DJ.
Yeah, they were drafting from way farther back than or trading for the first pick way farther back than the Patriots were.
Yeah, I think.
So I mean, they also thought Bryce Young was the Messiah. So I mean.
No, I'm just saying the Patriots wouldn't have to give up as much as.
No, yeah.
Well, they might because again, the value for Caleb was at least twice. Even at the time they were drafted, Caleb Williams is a lot better than Bryce Young. That's the issue, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The first overall pick this year is more valuable than it's been since. I mean, Trevor's Lawrence, I guess, but it's more valuable.
Yeah.
See how that worked out for the Jaguars.
No.
Tough season, man.
Tough sledding. Yeah, and then so Patriots got the 3rd. Celtics, tough loss last night.
Yeah, even that foul call. LeBron tweeted about that foul call. That's how bad it was. Actually, crazy.
Yeah, that was tough, bro. And then do you see Tatum tweet about it today?
Yeah, he was he was just fed up with it.
He just tweeted that's bullshit.
And Porzingis said noted or something. They're all not about it.
Jaylen Brown's gonna tweet something dumb like "Energy's about to shift again."
Hey.
Has it in his bio? Have you seen it? Is energy shifter.
Oh, what does Fitch Whippo mean? His username?
Oh, I think that. I don't know. I have no clue. I think it's it's clothing brand. It's the name of his clothing brand, I think, right? Maybe not. Yeah, no clue. It's always been for cheapo. That's how I pronounce it, bro.
Dude, because every time I see him post on a story, I'm like, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's John Brown.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
You guys want to bring up one quick thing about the Patriots?
Yeah.
You guys saw Mike Vrabel was fired. What do you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I
Hello?
you got rid of Belichick, dude, he coached the shit out of the defense this year, and they lost their 2, definitely the 2 best defensive players in week 3, and then they were still shutting teams down all season. Like, what if you get rid of Belichick, then like what happens to the defense next year?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm completely like in the keep Belichick camp.
yeah,
Belichick is him, bro. Do not let that man walk. I
Like,
mean,
I would
like,
rather have him keep his GM duties over letting him go completely. I think he's too good
yeah,
of a coach to let go.
he's
Yeah.
not gonna like, despite the fact that like there's all these memes of him trading down to get like these random players, like he's
no,
not
he's
like
not. He's
so
not
bad.
gonna do that.
And at the
No.
103, we select blah
Like
blah blah punter.
he has completely addressed that Mac Jones is no longer the answer, and that Bailey Zappi is not the answer either. So I
Yeah,
mean,
and like
That's
honestly,
right.
yeah, like the things they need to fix this year are a lot more like glaring than last year. Because last year, like we didn't really know if Mac was still like the guy, and if like the offense would get done. But now it's just like sitting in front of you. So like, dude, it's definitely like you said, I'd much rather have him stay on and keep his GM duties than get rid of him. Yeah, but I don't know. NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. Next podcast we'll be doing some playoff brackets and predictions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good pod tonight though.
Okay.
Think we'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.